Kai, how are you?
Very good. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks. Thanks for joining us. As you can see, we've got a bit of a game to play today. So this board you've got from highly likely to highly unlikely. All I'm going to do is put a few statements out there and you've got to tell me how likely you think they are to happen in your life. Does that all make sense?
Makes sense.
The blue tack's a little bit fiddly, but we'll try our best to get through it.
All right.
So the first one is have an unusual pet. So how likely are you to have an unusual pet?
Depends what unusual means, but I'm open for any animal, so I would keep it
at likely?
Keep it at likely, yeah.
Well, we've heard about your love of donkeys and I wanted to ask about that. Where did that come from? How did that arise?
From a young age, I just loved the animal, and I always wanted to have them when I'm older. And then at 18 I got my first donkey, and now I've got 4 of them at my house in Germany. And then some at another place, so hopefully I can add some more in the future, but let's see, maybe I even get a more unusual pet then in the future.
What would more unusual be?
To be honest, we've got some pigs there as well. There are goats and sheep and everything. What would be unusual?
I mean, all of them are pretty unusual. I think the donkey is the most unusual. And
Yeah.
you've just got 4 of them back home chilling.
Yeah.
So you just stay at home and you go and visit them?
Yeah.
You must miss them when you're away.
Yeah, I think I miss them more than they are missing me, to be honest. My mother and my sister, my dad, they're all taking care of them.
Oh.
So before, when I came, they always used to shout when I arrived, but now just when my sister or my mother arrived, then they shout. Now they don't know me anymore, so a bit frustrating.
They're like, you've left us, we're not going to talk to you anymore. Okay, that leads us nicely onto our second one then. I can see how much already you love animals and working with animals, and I know about your foundation as well, but my second one is, how likely are you to keep working in football after being a player? So in 20 years' time, do you think you'll still be working in football or doing things like your foundation and more things like that?
That's a good question. I think I would leave it in likely, but I would also put it like a bit more down, like in this direction here, because I think I will always be like doing something in football, and I'm gonna be playing football for the rest of my life, if it's with friends or whatever. When I think now of my future, I don't know if I would be a manager or whatever. I think I would love to be a manager, but not for like on this top level. I would love to train kids, something like this. And then obviously doing my stuff at the charity as well. If I would now look into my future, I think I wouldn't be a professional coach, but you never know what's happening. So I would
Somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, somewhere in the middle.
Let's talk about your foundation then, because it's clearly very important to you to do stuff outside of football. Do you feel like it's your responsibility, I guess, as someone in the public eye and that people look up to as well?
Definitely. I think for me it was always something, I wanted to give something back, because I live a very good life, financially and whatever. I can play football, and I always wanted to give something back, and I think this was maybe the start of it, because when I was young, I also tried to help some different charities or whatever, but you don't really know where you put your money in. And then my idea was to, know exactly where I want to help, and that's why I started the charity. And I love it. It's like small things in life that make me stay grounded and make me happy. And this is the most important. I like to help people. I like to obviously help animals as well. So I think it's very nice, and I just love the work there.
Yeah, definitely. It's great work that you guys are all doing there. Right, moving on to my next one then. How likely are you to win a trophy with Arsenal?
I'm going to put it here.
Go all the way to the top.
Yeah.
Someone from your team came in, one of the staff members, and said, put it above the board, because we are going to do it. And that's your ambition, isn't it, this season? You've come and you've joined off the back of a season where your teammates came so close. And does that just push you even more to want to reach those levels?
Yeah, for sure. I think if you look at the season Arsenal had last year, it was unbelievable, even for me from outside. The football they played, the way how they, won the games and everything. And I think if you play here, you just have the ambition to win stuff, and I think everyone is here at the end to win trophies. And obviously, it's such a long way to do this stuff, but you have to have this goal in your head, and I think that's what we all have. And I think to go into a season and just say, we see where we are going is also not good. So I think in our head we want to win. We want to win games and trophies, and I think that's all our ambition here.
Yeah, you have to have that goal. What's it like working with the manager Mikel Arteta? What's it been like for you personally, growing as a player under him?
Yeah, for me it's amazing because you see it every day in training. He wants to make us like each of us. He wants to make better, and he helps everyone to reach their targets, to reach their goals, and like small details that I maybe didn't even look before out on the pitch. He told me that, like, where can I improve, what can I do better, and it's just nice, that to have a manager like this who always pushes you to the limit. So I think we're all loving it.
Yeah, we saw in your game against Nottingham Forest you concede a goal. Obviously White and Zinchenko have their words, and it was interesting to hear Arteta speak afterwards because he says that's pushing each other. I have to encourage that and promote it. Is that how you feel as players? You all have to set the standards for yourselves, but also for each other?
Yeah, definitely. I think on the pitch it's just us out there, so everyone has to know what the other wants to do, and I don't know where he wants to have the ball, where he wants to run, and sometimes arguments, they are part of football as well, and from outside world it's always like, they are fighting this and that, but we have this 20 times on the training pitch each day, so I think it's just normal, and I think that's also a good culture to have in a team, to have people that stand up for their opinion and also like share their opinion, speak with everyone, and I think that's what we all need, and I think they are good friends still, so it's all good.
So everything's good?
Yeah.
Good. Right, the next one then is, how likely are you to have a secret talent that people don't know about?
Oh my God. Not anymore. I mean, I think everyone knows that I'm just talented in football.
You must have other talents.
No.
No? I did see something about you used to play piano.
Yeah, but that's what I wanted to say. I had a hidden talent. So maybe 3 years ago I would put it here, but now not anymore. I don't play piano anymore like so often. I have it at home, but to be honest, I completely forgot about everything. So I don't have any hidden talents left, I think.
So the next one then is celebrate with a knee slide when you score a goal.
Yeah, that's likely as well. I think after my last knee slide, I did hurt my knee a bit.
Oh no, a knee slide injury, we can't be having that.
No, but yeah, I like it. Sometimes out of emotions, it's happening. I always do what I feel like it's best in that moment, and the knee slide I like, and I did it a lot of times, so I think it's very likely.
So you don't plan it? A lot of footballers I feel like have their planned celebrations. No. You just go with what you're feeling in the moment?
Yeah, I cannot plan anything. Because at the end, like, you don't even know if you score a goal or not, and then it makes no sense to plan.
That takes us nicely on to our next one then, which is score a goal in a big moment. How likely are you to come up with a goal when it really counts? Because you've scored some pretty big goals in your career so far.
Yeah, I think I would leave it there as well. I think better is always possible. Like, I mean, to score in big games is always the most important and the nicest feeling that you can have. I'm lucky to have some of these moments. So yeah, I would leave it unlikely.
The Champions League goal, that must be the one that everyone asks you about and that people speak to you about. But as a moment, do you really even remember it, or is it all now a bit of a blur that kind of you can't pick out certain moments from?
No, I think I still remember it. I mean, not obviously the feeling that I have, but I just, in my mind, I still have the feeling in my head how emotional it was and how nice the feeling was. So yeah, this was for sure a moment I will never forget.
An ambition then to score similar goals here at Arsenal?
So,
yeah. Okay, next one then. How likely are you to watch other football when you get home, maybe from training or from your own game? Are you likely to put the TV on and watch more football games, or do you tend to shut off a bit more?
I think maybe like this, a bit more likely, but also a bit unlikely. It depends always on my game or our game that we have. When you win on a Friday, then I enjoy watching football on Saturday and Sunday, but if you play, for example, Sunday and you see all those teams winning, then I don't like it so much. you know, and sometimes I watch a bit of German football, but it's not that I go home and I look in my app and see in 2 hours someone is playing, I need to watch it. No, it's just like when I'm free and I'm on the sofa anyway, I look, but it's not that this is part of my whole life, watching football.
Final one then, how likely are you to pick a favourite position and tell us what your favourite position is?
Like,
You're a very versatile player, and sometimes that can, you know, you might want to play in different positions, and I know you've said in the past you prefer playing in certain roles, but how likely are you here at Arsenal now to say this is the role that I personally prefer playing in?
I put it here because I said this like lots of times, you know, the team is the most important, and I played so many different positions throughout my career, and I'm going to do that for the coming years as well, because I think this is what I'm good at, you know, to be flexible and creative, and people maybe don't see it or always understand from the outside, but for me, I don't mind playing different positions and start on a different position each game. Obviously it's nice because you kind of have always you know where you have to run a bit better, and it makes it more easy when you play on the same position always. But I think yeah, I'm open for anything, and I just like to help the team wherever I can, so that's fine for me.
So going goal if they need you?
What's that?
Going in goal if they need you?
Why not?
Why not? Don't know if that's something we'll ever see, but
No.
why not? We can wait and see. Kai, thanks so much for joining
No
us and
problem.
playing How Likely with us today, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.